Hey YouTube, Red House 115 here, and honestly, I was just farming for some gems, and as you can see, Konami just released a ban list. Normally, I don't cover these things, but I decided to get to it so I can have more content on the channel more often for when Konami, uh, well, release things like this. But anyway, let's get right into it. Now, for the record, I already had a look at the list. Now, these changes, the skills rebalancing, which I haven't looked at all yet, is planned to take place on October 22nd, and the ban list might take effect on the 14th, it looks like. But let's go to the ban list because a lot of decks got hurt. Oh, not that one, wrong button. Now, as we can see right here, the grass looks greener, got hit. In other words, light sworn decks, like even Watt's Chaos Dragon Leviathan deck, my Witchcrafter deck, and basically any deck that likes to mill and play from the grave, they losing out on grass that's greener. Matter of fact, grass that's greener in Cyberstein is actually the first cards to ever just get straight up banned in Duel Links. So yeah, congratulations for being too powerful, you guys, for starting combo decks. And now for cards that we can only have one copy of now, a Star Blast, which has been abused in a lot of decks. Well, not in a lot of decks, but in a sense, it's been abused to take advantage of certain character skills. So now this card is going down to one, which will make a lot of decks that's using it have to choose between one and this, or whatever ones, well, limited one cards they wanted. And then Needlebug, which basically it's the same as grass that's greener, you lose the top five cards. So again, that's another thing mill decks be losing out on. Revival gift. See, select one tuna monster from your graveyard and spell summon it. The effects are negated. Spell summon two gift fiend tokens to your opponent's side of the field. I don't know what this card was a combo of in Duel Links. Like, I see that you could possibly like get Tristler off of this and pop the tokens you give your opponent and then go in for gang possibly, but I don't really see the point of this card being hit at the moment. If you know what decks abuse this card, please tell me. And again, limited to two. I mean, you only have two of these, but it's just like, dang, Konami, you really hate Light Sworn decks at the moment. It looks like, but now this one's gonna hurt me and a lot of other decks. Like Neos is losing out on this card now. Some of my red eyes decks are losing out on this, but Keeper's going down to two, so you're gonna have two copies or one or other two. Well, you know how the limited and semi-limited work in Duel Links is just like if it's on the same tier of list, basically you only have two copies or one copy. And for these two up here, the first time no copies. Oh, okay. But that to me, this still doesn't do nothing for Black Wings. I think Black Wings still gonna be up there, but once again, Witchcrafters are getting hit. And I've been playing the miss out of that deck lately. At least I won't be playing it for a while anyway, because I'm gonna be playing Yuma's deck all October. So yeah, dang, it's gonna be suck to lose this, but at least I can try to figure out something new to play in the deck. But anyway, and also I haven't really got a chance to try the Karakuri deck, but I believe this was one of their big plays from like watching Duel Links Metas videos. I seen that this get played a lot in the deck. This was one of the main staples in it, so I don't know how much of a hit it is for the deck, but kind of hate to see archetypes lose some of the big hitters or have to cut something to just keep that in. Now, this is gonna be kind of weird to me because to me this still doesn't bother invoke, but I do not know how many limited three cards they run in the deck anyway. But having him down to a few less copies, it might cause Invoke to be a little less competitive, but basically for Alistair, because he was a part of my TCG troubles in the days, it doesn't really matter if he's at 2 or at 1. He's basically endless recycling because of how the spell card works and stuff. You have to banish him just at the right time so you don't have to worry about them getting the spell card back. So it's kind of weird. And then, hey, for Thunder Dragon players, oh, I didn't see this one though. But hey, Thunder Dragon Dark is off the ban list now, so you can play him as many copies as you want. Because I believe in my Thunder Dragon deck, I'm playing him at 2 right now. I have to check that in a minute. And then, honestly, I haven't even touched the Element Sabers yet, and I don't even know their play style or what that's what I'm supposed to do. Effect is, but anyway, that's the ban list. I know I didn't really break anything down that much, because like I said, I study some of the decks, but not many of them, because I'm mainly free to play. So for me, it's only a few of these decks I got to play. Like Rich Crafters, I'm barely getting into. Like it was just a little bit after Tay West release when I actually started being able to play Rich Crafters. So it's kind of hurtful to me that they are getting hit. Cause I'll just get my friends to start hate that deck, and then I have to cut up. Hey YouTube, I just remembered that I didn't go over the skills, so let me go ahead and do that real quick before I go into editing mode. Well, anyway, let's see what skills are being hit on the 22nd update. Should be released on the 13th. The rebound to the skills is on the 22nd. Okay. Okay, so restart is getting rebalanced. The activation condition for the skill will be more difficult as it increases the chance of getting a winning hand. But really though? Switcheroo, the activation condition of the skill will be more difficult. I understand that. Bandit. See, the activation condition of the skill will be more difficult. There's more cards that let players easily reduce their life points has been added to the game since the addition of the skill. Okay. Well, you kind of just hit one of those cards, and I see that's the same reason down there. Shadow Game. A condition will be added to the skill to ensure that it does not single-handedly ensure victory. Thank you for slowing down burn days, Konami. But we gotta keep going and see what it is, because I see most of these skills are being hit because of Star Blast over here now down to 1. I see Konami's realizing like, yeah, people using these effects that hurt themselves just to use the skills now, so we need to change that. So good on Konami for actually hitting skills because of the manic cards that make us lose life points. Yeah, yeah. See, the activation condition of the skill will be more difficult as it's greatly reduced the interactivity of duels. Yeah, because of Star Blast. See, the activation condition for the skill will be more difficult as it makes it possible for the other player to win when used early on. Yes, it does. Oh, another hit to Rich Crafters, it look like. The activation condition for the skill will be more difficult, has more cards that let players send spell. Yeah, this is response to Rich Crafters, has been added to the game since the addition of the skill. Okay, let's actually just go. Wait, go on, Konami. We are strengthening some character exclusive skills to make them easier to use. I love you, Konami. But anyway, let's see the changes. Okay, for restart, can be used only once after starting hands or dealt. Okay, redraw your starting hand. Your first draw will be skipped if you use the skill. This skill will not activate if your deck does not contain 7 or more copies of each. Oh, spell, and traps. So yeah, it makes it a little bit harder to use this skill. But I thought you could already use restart if, well, before you got to see your starting, well, when you had your starting hand. Hmm. Okay, but switcheroo can be used each time your life points decrease by 1,500. You turn one card in your hand to your deck and draw another. This skill can only be used once per duel. Okay, so I'm pretty sure always been once per duel, but the changes the amount of life points, which meaning now for Star Blast, unless Star Blast charges by 500, because I think Star Blast charges by 1,000, doesn't it? No, it starts by 500. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, people have to pay 15,000 life points now if they want to use that skill. Which I don't think that would stop people from using Star Blast with that if they was planning to use it for this skill in particular. But I think I was on this one, wasn't I? Oh well. But what's Shadow Game now? At the end of the turn, both players lose. Oh, both players now will lose life points equal to the number of cards in their graveyard times. Sorry, times 100 max fortitude. Skill will not be applied to a player with 1,000 or less life points. Oh, okay, so yeah, there's no more in game with Shadow Game. That pun was not intended. But anyway, basically now once you hit 1,000 life points, Shadow Game will no longer burn you. Whew. So that'll make it a little bit easier to survive for burn decks with Merrick. See what's access denied. Game can be used from your 5th turn onward. When you have 1,000 or less life points until the end of your opponent's next turn, neither player can summon an effect monster nor activate effects of their monsters. This skill can only be used once per duel. So let me see. Okay, so basically the game's gonna progress to a point where this skill won't even matter anymore. Because by the 5th turn, both players should have their boards basically set up, or someone's basically gonna get ready to be OTK. So I don't think Access to 9 will be that good of a skill anymore. And it looks like Ojama Overflow's getting the same treatment. It won't be able to be used until the 5th turn onward. So meaning once by the time someone do actually pop this skill off, you should have a zone unless they regeki you or something and then activate the skill. But let me finish reading this. You have 500 life points or less. Play as many copies of Ojama tokens as you can on your opponent's side of the field. In defense position, this skill can only be used once per duel. So yeah, this is going to be too late in the game for this skill to even matter anymore. Again, unless they pop your board and then you go ahead and spell some of the they spell some of the tokens to your field. Let's see, what's the change to Show of Nightmares? See, it can be used if you have 3 or more copies, 3 or more spell cards in your graveyard. Add one spell card from your graveyard to your hand, then return 1 card from your hand to your deck. Doesn't the skill already do that? Let's go check out Show of Nightmares real quick by using the new feature. Cause I know I don't have that skill, but I do not know what it exactly does. So you can be activated if you have 3 or more spell cards with different names in your graveyard. Randomly add 1 spell card in your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so the discard part is what they added to it. Alright. Let's go back to that list real quick. We went a little bit too far, but let's see. Moth to the Flame. The speed of the turn counts for Pitted Moth. You control equipped with Cocoon of Evolution. I guess this is a Reval skill. Goes twice, has fast. In addition, if you control Pith Moth equipped with Cocoon of Evolution, add the following cards to your hand from outside of your deck. Okay. Neat. See, Afterlife Lockdown can be used when you control a cubit monster during this turn. Upon monsters destroyed in battle will return to their owner's deck instead of their graveyard. The skill can only be used once per turn and twice per duel. Now let's see what they're doing to my homie Red Eye skill because I never used the skill because I have copies of Red Eye Fusion. But let's see. Can be used if your life points are at 2,400 or below. Return one Red Eyes card from your hand or one Red Eyes Black Dragon from your graveyard to your deck, and add one Red Eyes Fusion from your deck to your hand. Alright, it's okay. I can chill with that. But yeah, that's all the skills that's being changed. Now, a few decks going to get hit from this, and I'm kind of glad that they noticed the fact that because of cards like, well, I already forgot the card's name, and I said it this entire video. Nightgrass the Greener, let me think. Oh, Star Blast. Yeah, I'm glad they noticed cards like Star Blast was making it easier for people to activate these skills and adjust them for that reason. And then I'm also happy that even though they haven't gave us Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon yet, they're showing the homie Red Eye some love. But still, Konami, I want those other fusions, my guy. But anyway, I'm out and I see y'all in the next one. There should be a video up on, well, later today. But I see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.